Hello everyone, I'm RecV5,
And I am Sandman99.
and welcome back to Madden NFL 2005.
Yes, brought to you by Wonder Bar.
Ha ha ha!
No,
Yeah,
no, not really, but I see you're having the breakfast of champions there.
yeah, of course. Well, I have the breakfast of champions all the time. You know, I might work out regularly, but we all have our vices, and my vice is having a chocolate bar every single day in the morning.
Well, anyway, we're going to get into the Magicians franchise again this week. And before we continue, I have another little replay to look at, and maybe a look into next season with the Crusaders on defense.
Okay.
This is the defensive system that I've been working on. And the situation here, of course, is that it's third down. You can actually see, like at the chain gang guy there,
yep.
Right? It's third down and approximately 10 or 11 yards, right? And of course, the Green Bay Goblins came out in a three-wide receiver set, single back normal. And since I'm expecting a pass, I put my version of the Monster Dime out there. And in the Monster Dime, there is one down lineman. There's actually a mirrored version of this too, where the line is shifted in the opposite direction, and this guy is the down lineman instead. But I play with the line shifted in the direction of the widest side of the field. That's what makes me select which way I'm going to play.
Okay.
Right? So anyway, the dime defense. So one defensive lineman, 1, 2, 3, 4 linebackers, and 6 defensive backs. And of course, this is Grant Brown here. And this fellow here, number 29, Lamont, is the dime guy. And then, of course, we've got cornerback Hanks over here, and the free safety Simpson, and the strong safety Fraser, and of course the other corner Thompson. Okay, and I believe this is a playoff game. The Goblins actually pulled off an upset and beat one of the all Madden teams in the simulated game, of course.
Wow. They're really strong offense, so they're an aired out team.
Yes.
So.
But however, I am beating them 45-7 at this point. But it just goes to show you what the Lifers defense is developed into, because they are a monster. And so anyway, basically what I'm doing here is I'm pass rushing with, of course, Jamie Boston here, and Tillman, and Burton. Okay. And basically this version of the dime has the left outside linebacker, the middle linebacker, and the 2 right outside linebackers.
Yep.
And the other version is reversed of this, so it has the right outside linebacker, the middle linebacker, and the 2 left outside linebackers. But so because I like to give everybody a chance to hit the field, right? Even if it's only for a few plays. But basically, this is a man coverage scheme where the corners are moving up to play man, and the safeties are dropping off into deep zones because I'm expecting a pass. And the nickel and dime guys and the defensive end are playing man-to-man coverage. But you can't really tell that from here, because what happens for some reason is that the Goblins, like, look at that, he's throwing this while he's jumping backwards.
Yep.
Right? And I don't know why, what brought that on. I mean, maybe he panicked when he, afraid of Burton's, like, pass rushing prowess or something. I don't know. Because there was no one anywhere near him. But Grant Brown has the coverage assignment on the slot guy here, right? And just because of where he is on the field, well, you know what, quarterback throw it right at him. Grant Brown, after
Catches
my little experiment last season, having him play wide receiver for a season,
he can catch really
has
well.
81 catching, so he can catch probably just about as well as this receiver who's trying to catch the ball can, right? But I don't know what the deal was, why the quarterback threw this. The Goblins, after pulling off the big wild card game upset, came out and they were very flat in this game, and I just steamrollered them. I think I had 3 or 4 interceptions in this game. Grant Brown had 1. The other usual suspects here are Simpson and Fraser, and they each got one, and I think one of the corners also got one. So this guy was throwing it to orange jerseys like almost as often as he threw it to his own guys.
All day long.
All day long, yeah. So, like basically that's what happened there. And so anyway, that was just a little something I wanted to show off just because it's not something people are used to looking at when they watch the way that you play defense here. And of course, okay, I know what's going on here. We've got Holt playing in the zone here, and the other man-to-man guy is actually Hicks, who has man coverage assignment on the running back here, right? That's why he stays in more or less this position. So it's a little trick out of your playbook there, RecV5X, where I rush with 3 guys from one side. But
I'm just saying, man, three-man rush is where it's at.
But, in a 3rd down and 10 type of situation like this, well, I figured that coverage was the way to go. And it turned
and Grant Brown agrees.
It turned out that coverage was the way to go, right? But I will quite often send these 4 guys all together, and in variants of this too. Like I do have variants of this where I actually have 5 actual defensive linemen on the field, so you don't play man coverage with those guys so much, right?
Yep.
So I might have one end drop into a zone and then rush with 4. Quite often that's what I'll do, right? But in this particular case, and I like using that little trick of yours too, where you drop the defensive end into a deep zone in between the safeties, which makes the safeties play their zones out wider to help out with the long bomb passes down the sidelines. But you'll also notice, though, with this alignment, the safeties are actually about 10 yards off the line of scrimmage. So they're playing a little bit off, but not so far as they would if they were, say, in a more standard alignment, because I think even in a standard alignment, the strong safety stands about where he is, say, in a 3-4 or a 4-3. And the free safety actually stands a little bit further back, right?
Yep, 12 yards or 13 yards, yeah.
Yeah, and in this team, actually, out of the top 5 tacklers on the team, Grant Brown, Simpson, and Fraser were 3 of the top 5 tacklers on the team in this regular season. Because when I play this way with all these players clustered up close to the line like this, the offensive line can't just skip through a guy and then get up here to block out a safety. So what happens is I've got 5 men on the line, plus usually this guy who's quite often a linebacker.
And the offensive line is forced to engage
and the
front
offensive
7.
line is forced to engage the defensive front. And I make sure that I have at least as many people in the middle here as they have offensive linemen, so that if anybody does make it downfield to block on a running play, it's going to be a tight end or a leading fullback or something like that. It's not going to be an offensive lineman. And that's basically my goal on, against the run, is to occupy all of the offensive linemen within a couple of yards of the line of scrimmage.
Yeah.
Force them to throw a block at the line of scrimmage, basically. And it generally works out pretty well because I finished number 1 against the run. Like I didn't finish number 1 against the pass, and I didn't get nearly as many sacks as you have with the Crusaders in the Crusaders season this year.
What can I say?
But that being said, I did produce a very respectable defense. I don't think that I'll be standing too much in your shadow next season. But anyway, we'll move on.
All right. And we're back.
Yes, and we're back with the Magicians in week 7. And we have managed to stay undefeated, although our game against the Runners last week was a tough one. We ended up winning 20-7. So if we look at our team schedule here so far, basically you have yet to allow 20 points in a game, in a single game.
I've been lucky so far.
Well, we started off with the Lifers. That was a pretty easy game. You allowed 10 against the Scorpions. Actually the highest point total that has been scored on us was the Comets, who scored 17.
Yeah, I don't know what to tell you there, man. I don't know what to tell you there. It was just one of those games.
Yep. And then you bounce back and we battled the Lifers to a 20-7 win. And now we're playing against the Denver, I believe. No, they're
The Kansas Locomotive.
Kansas City Locomotive, yeah. And they are a strong offense team. So, I struggled a bit on offense last week and had a pretty tough go of it, although I managed not to turn the ball over. At least that's a plus.
Indeed.
But I did punt an awful lot, and I really didn't do very much on offense for about 3/4 of the game. So hopefully things will go a little better for me this week.
Well, hopefully you won't drop 6 passes.
Yeah, in the first half, my receivers dropped 6 passes, which is kind of a lot.
And then the rest of the game, they didn't drop any.
Yeah. Yeah, that's right, too. I remember that now.
The coach got the jar, stick them out there to the bench.
Yeah, all their pant legs were all, like, had yellow smears all over them.
Yeah, yellowy orange.
Yeah. The center can't exchange the ball with the quarterback because the ball's stuck to his hand.
Yep.
He has to stick his hand through there, and then the quarterback actually has to grip the ball with both hands and pull it out.
Maybe that's how all these center false starts happen, man.
Yeah, I don't know. Where are we here? We're at Rec V5X here. Okay. But anyway, that being said, it looks like one of their key players is a tight end. So that's something that you might want to pay attention to. Although they are 7th in the league in scoring with a very respectable 32 points a game.
That doesn't surprise me.
And they are also 4-1 at this point.
That also doesn't surprise me.
Yeah, and their defense has actually played surprisingly okay.
We're nearing the midpoint of the season, and it's been a great year so far. Looks like
Yeah.
the trend will continue.
It's been a great year so far. So far, we have performed far beyond my expectations, that's for sure. We won the toss. I'm going to defend this end.
Let's see how it plays out today as we get set.
All right. So we'll get the audibles set up just like usual here. I have experimented with different pass patterns and that kind of thing with this particular play, and I haven't really found anything else that worked any better than this.
No?
No, for some reason, the tight end out on one side and the wide receiver corner on the other seemed to work well, but nothing else really seems to, like really jump out and be a go-to kind of a thing, right?
Well, you use your best plays as your audibles, right?
That's right. You use your best plays as your audibles. So, by the looks of it, they very likely have a receiving tight end, I would think. Their halfback was also a key player, and he's very fast by the looks of it.
They even have a fast fullback.
Yeah. They've got some speed at wide receiver. Yeah, Hackett there.
Yep.
Right. He's a guy to watch out for, and he is overall 98, so I would say he probably is pretty good at catching the ball too.
Well, we can start out with the 3-3-5 setup, maybe, which is a little bit more cautious against the pass, which I bet these guys will do a lot.
Well, they certainly are loaded up with talent at wide receiver too, by the looks of it.
One of these days, I'm actually going to want to redo this. Oh, bless me. Gonna have to redo one of these cover 4s because I actually want to get the double spy back in there. Because I think that's a little bit more effective as short pass coverage.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that being said, though, the guy with the hook zone in the middle does drop a little bit deeper so that you get multiple level coverage there, right?
I think he tends to be too deep, personally.
Yeah.
I think double spy works better because they split the field too, and they do that automatically.
Yeah, that's true. They both automatically go to advantageous positions, eh?
The visiting team are set to kick.
Hey, look at that. The Zombies are 6-0 too. We haven't played them yet, but we have to play them twice. And the first kickoff of the game is going to be in play. And all the way to the 4-yard line with this wind at my back. I actually managed to kick the ball to the 4-yard line.
You only managed to kick to the ball to the 4-yard line, even with this wind at your back.
I think that's just about the deepest kickoff that I've had this season, though.
Probably.
Yeah, because normally I don't kick it much past the 10 with the kicker that we have on this team.
Avery sends a man in motion. Under pressure.
Oh, we're getting started.
Yep. Well, push him out of bounds for a gain of 2.
Avery picks up about 2 yards with that completion. It'll be second down coming up. 2nd and 8 coming up here. The corners are backing off.
Single back, 4 wide receivers.
Oop. I messed up my pass rush
That's
assignment,
okay.
but it didn't matter.
That's okay. The halfback was still out there on an island against Freeborg there.
The home team come into today's game with one of the most potent offenses in the NFL.
You might want to make sure you stick your assignment this time, though.
But they have to play aggressively and keep pressure on the
quarterback.
Yeah. Easy. And that's what a successful defensive drive looks like.
Yep. A successful defensive drive, right? That's where you actually gain yards going in the other direction.
Well, we did, didn't we?
Yeah. So there you go. It's not a defensive stand, it's a defensive drive.
From the 44.
Even got you back across the 50.
Yeah, and managed not to fumble the ball, too.
You've got better starting field position than if they'd kicked the ball out of bounds.
Yeah. Oh.
He gets the count.
Yeah. Even a weak defense, when they line up like that, it's impossible to run against them.
I'll tell you, he's one of the most knowledgeable defenders in the league. He knows how to
Hell, you've got to have somebody actually quick out of the backfield in order to run against that.
Yeah, well, I might have been able to run around them if... Let's see what this looks like here. I don't really know what to expect.
Dropping back, gets rid of it.
Well, I overthrew it anyway. Jeez.
You might have thrown that one a little bit late, though.
True, but...
can't lock in on one guy and try and force score. He has to other guys in the offense to make plays out of it, too.
Well, let's see what this looks like. This might be interesting.
The home team come out in a dime package. Drops back. Throws out to the left.
Oh, he didn't catch it.
Incomplete.
Jeez.
Brings up 4th down.
I fit it in there, right?
Yep.
And then he tipped it up in the air and 2 defenders had a shot at it.
Well, thankfully neither of them got a hold of it. It was spinning end over end in the air there.
Yeah. I don't know. That guy was the number 2 wide receiver on the team too, though. I would have figured that if I was going to have a chance to get a catch there, then he should have caught that.
Well, that's all right.
I can't just run up there and hand it to him. I mean, I do actually have to throw the ball downfield in order to get it to him.
Hands off to the tailback. Odom pulls him down at the 20-yard line. Gain of 2. 8 to go. The corners are giving.
That's one of my new plays, actually. That was the first time I attempted that play.
The quarterback lines
since
up
I
with
drew
2
it.
backs behind him. Smith. They'll go with a play fake. Throwing short to his left.
Yeah, there is no play fake here.
They dropped additional people into the secondary, but still generated.
Play fake is a lie.
And that gives you a lot of flexibility calling your defense. If the guys up front are good at creating pressure, then you don't have to blitz as often. giving you the ability to double cover an opponent's best receiver.
Throwing.
Wow.
Oh, come on.
How the hell did he manage to catch that in that crowd?
I did not even see the catch animation on that. Like, the ball just kind of disappeared into that crowd of players.
I think what ended up happening was one player waved at it and he just missed. Alright, let's look at that. I think 94 there waves at it, and he just missed it. And so it goes over and between him, and then, yeah.
And we go back to the game.
Well, that is disappointing.
It is, but there's nothing you can do about it.
Didn't get any help from his offensive line.
It was just about impossible to run when you have guys in the backfield.
Yeah, that's a case of you definitely had the right coverage called, because there were like 3 guys up against him.
Coming up here.
Just that none of them, but I also noticed that the player that waved his hand was the only player in that group of defenders that did too. Like the other ones were just window dressing. They weren't actually doing anything there, right?
Hand it off. Can't wrap him up. Loses the defender. Ooh, that one will leave a mark.
He got hit so hard.
Well, now we can't tackle, but that's okay.
He gets a couple of yards on the carry, but he looks.
Yeah, well, they're very likely going to pass now.
Third down. To convert, they have to get it to the 45-yard line. The quarterback gets set with only one back behind him.
Uh-oh. Changed my assignment when he fucking did that.
Yeah, well,
I was premature because you can actually wait until he starts to shuffle sideways there.
Yeah.
And I was premature there, so that was my fault.
I think that it was probably also input reading there and caught you in mid-shift, right? Because that's what I noticed quite a bit too, is that the AI will do
they
those.
won't do it though if you let the tight end go back across the line a few steps, and it doesn't take me that long to adjust, so I can actually wait for them. But I didn't there because I don't know. I guess I'm not fully warmed up yet.
Yeah. No, I think that also though they like it was input reading and it read that you changed, right? And that's one thing the AI will do is they will try and set up situations where they can snap the ball while your players are still moving around.
Well, that's okay though, because now the AI is moving backwards.
Yeah.
You can't move until the ball snaps.
Well, now they got 3 wide receivers on one side.
Hackett comes in motion, dropping back, pressure.
Now they're really moving backwards.
Great downfield coverage that time, John.
You have to go through your progression.
Yeah, it was just that downfield coverage. That was absolutely what it was. Yep.
You just can't take a sack in a situation.
Oh, look, now they got the same formation out there again.
Back in the shotgun. Pumps one.
Oh, look at that. Got him anyway.
Yeah, well, he was running away from me and he tripped over the halfback.
Yeah.
Good job of getting upfield and taking him down.
Well, it looked like they might be threatening, but
Yeah, it wasn't much of a defensive drive this time.
well, you did drive them backward 18 yards after that last first down, right?
But I think I lost like 20 yards net on this drive.
Well, just call a fair catch here. We're okay.
I kind of had to with the way it was coming down.
Okay, well, let's see what they do this time.
So we're 25 yards back from where we were.
Looks like he's calling an audible. This one is handed off. Johnson was dragged down before he could get to the line of scrimmage.
They have great size and quickness up front. That allows them to hold.
You know, for a defense that's rated like 70-something, they're awfully tough against the run, don't you think?
Man, I don't know why you even bother trying to run anymore. I mean, if it was me, I'd run all the time. I'd run like from 3rd and 15, but if it's you, you should just throw passes. That's what you're good at.
Looking downfield with the throw.
There, I found the tight end running the corner there that time, eh?
Yep.
See this? I saw the corner stay down, right? Which means I know I've got a safety playing a deep zone over here, and I can throw it in front of him, right?
Yeah, was that tight end number 1 there?
God,
don't think about it. Just pick your play.
So they have 1st and 10 here.
Yeah, because depending on which formation I'm using, I'll have them in the 3 tight ends shuffle as well, right? But yeah, I think that was probably tight end 1 running that route.
Yep.
Hand off to the tailback.
Nice block.
Yeah.
Burnett with the tackle at the 49.
Take a look at this. He gets himself into position, keeps his legs under him, and then boom, he just unloads. Now that's the depleter.
Calling an audible.
Well, shall we see if we can run the counter out of
Bennett moves in motion.
with this rather slow running back that we have here?
Hand it off. Shepard
Yeah,
makes
sort
the
of.
play.
Number
At the
61
48.
didn't exactly do what I thought he was going to do there, but
Well, that's okay. At least you got a few yards on it. Now you can throw a pass for a 1st down.
or get closer anyway.
Gaffney with a man in motion.
Yeah, Hutchinson is the number 1 guy, right?
He surveys the field, throws it. He had a shot.
Nice catch there, buddy.
That short pass
Yeah, that was a
complete.
terrible
Brings up
catch.
the 3rd down play.
He's got the best hands on the team.
Yeah, well, he wasn't showing them there, that's for sure.
6th play of this drive. The home team come out in a nickel package. Gaffney sends a man in motion.
Oh, you know what? It's too bad. It's too late.
Looking downfield, gets rid of it, and he makes the grab. Burnett makes the
They didn't
play.
have anybody covering the halfback, but I didn't realize it until it was too late to call an audible.
Haha. Oh well. You know, they could have always audibled too in response to your audible.
Yeah.
Brown will do his best to get this one inside their 5.
Just the same, though, that was kind of chintzy to have, like, the best pass catcher on the team drop a pass on 2nd down to set that situation up, right?
A wide open pass, no less.
Yeah. Uncontested passes should never be dropped, right?
That's okay. Their defense lost yardage there too, so. This is what defenses do. They lose yardage.
The corners playing back. Smith is the deep back. Avery sends a man in motion. Toss play to the left.
These toss plays never work.
Much to work with on that.
Hardly ever, yeah.
That's because the defense did a good job anticipating the snap.
I think we demonstrated that, though, once in a little mini clinic that we do once in a while. And that is that as soon as the quarterback turns around, and before he even has tossed the ball, all of the defenders already know it's a toss, right? Like they're already moving in the direction that the toss is going to go.
Gets the pass off.
Well, and this wide formation that I run is, like, significantly biased against the toss, too.
Yeah, but that's what makes your stretch run and things like that work, is that when you hand the ball off, everybody immediately converges on the location where the halfback is going to receive the handoff. And then when you suddenly abruptly turn toward the outside, well, they've already all taken a step in toward the middle of the field, right?
Well, it's a key element that makes it work, but, you know, you also have to be able to actually run the stretch run, too.
Yeah.
If the defense keeps giving up runs like that for 1st down, they'll have to make some adjustments to slow this guy down.
The corners playing off a bit. Smith lines up behind his fullback in the eye. Tosses it right.
Even breaking a tackle, they can't make it work.
Yep.
Sometimes you can be a little over-aggressive on defense like you see here. He had him lined up, and he over-pursued. He got caught out of position, and the ball carrier was able to cut back.
The corners
Someone there showing you whose number to cut.
Apparently.
breaks free. Breaks the tackle. they'll mark it at the 37. Pickup of about 8. Sixth play of this drive. 2 yards to go. The defense just dropped the safeties and corners into deeper coverage. Hard to explain this one. Only one man in the backfield.
Wow, I totally got let go there.
Yeah.
Abraham.
Well, it might be time for you to change tactics now because they've started running up the middle a lot.
That's the second time on this drive he's been able to.
Well, we'll see.
Seventh play of this drive. Ball right around.
Like all the yards they've made on this drive so far have been on the ground.
Going to the right. Seymour takes him down at the 44-yard line. 5-yard gain. And this is the 8th play of this drive. They need 5. Press coverage on the outside. Smith, the deep man. Avery with a man in motion. They give it to the halfback. Big pop that time.
Boom. Now that is big-time football.
Decent gain there.
Oh, wow, look at that. They're 3rd and inches.
And for 1 quarter of play,
That's suddenly like 10 run plays in a row. Like, wow. Oh, now they're coming out in a bit more normal formation here.
A bit more of a normal alignment.
Yeah. I guess maybe they were trying to bluff you the first time or something.
Or something.
They've done very well on 3rd down to this point.
Oh.
That's why you got your flat zone guys out there.
Yeah, because even if he doesn't defend the pass, he'll get hit in the ass with the ball, right?
Yep.
Yeah, on 3rd and inches there, I highly question that call too, because especially with, now they're going to run a fake.
Oh, and it's going to work, in spite of the fact that we're running punt block man.
Oh.
Man, it seems like both times those fakes have been run against me, they've worked.
Yep.
To pick up that first down.
The defense is going to play this one very tight. Closing in, looking downfield, throwing. Pass falls in.
Well, you had somebody in the middle there that was able to make a play.
Yeah, well, there was man coverage guys hovering around in the middle there too, because they left so many guys in the block. They left like everybody in the block there.
Yep. Yeah, they had a lot of extra help in there.
Smith loses the defense.
So they're going to go back to the run now because that's what they've been having success doing.
23. And that gain will get them a fresh set of downs.
He just exploded towards the marker that time. That was a big-time run.
First and 10. They line up in the I formation. Pushes it out to the left. He can't wrap him up. Can't bring him down.
Oh, somebody's got to make the tackle there.
At
Yeah.
the 16-yard line. And they're trying to force the defense to adjust to them.
If they keep getting games like this, it could really open up things for them in the second half.
The first down marker is just inside the 13. Smith, the lone back. They give it to the halfback. Floyd makes the play at the 11. Smith picks up about 5 on that run, moving the chains in the process.
The defense was taken out of their game plan on that play. No one was able to get away from their block until it was too late.
And this is the 6th play of this drive. They're in field goal range. The backs are lined up in an I. Passing on first down. Fires it out to the left.
Wow, that wasn't to anybody in particular,
Yeah, that was
I don't
extremely
think.
off target.
He just threw that pass too hard. The receiver might have caught up with the ball if he used a little more.
He just
That
threw
was
that
like-
pass into the middle of nowhere, John.
Yeah, he just basically split the difference between your zone defender and the receiver and threw it between them.
Looks like they'll play bump and run on the outside. Going to the left. Abraham is the guy who's there to bring him down at the 4-yard line.
He's looked good so far. I just keep giving him the ball.
Well, I'm kind of thinking they're probably going to go for a run play here.
They can still pick up the first without scoring here. The defense has had difficulty stopping them on 3rd down. Throwing short to his left. Short pass to the fullback.
Yep, okay. You managed to stop them short. Now they probably will kick the field goal here.
Yeah, considering that it's been a scoreless first half so far.
Yeah. I don't know what's going on the last couple of games. It seems like my offense just sputters, right?
Lines up for the field goal to try to put them on the board for the first time in the game.
Well, we do have the new sliders in effect in this franchise as well.
Yeah, I know, but I wasn't having any trouble at all for about 5 or 6 games in a row, and then suddenly the last couple of games I've been having slow starts in the first half, you know, drop passes and things like that.
From the 4.
Like that last drive stalled because of a drop pass, right?
Well, just do your best.
This defense. It's 1st and 10.
And it's tough to run a pass-first type of offense when your receivers drop the passes when you throw them.
Handed off to the back, loses one tackle. Shepard takes him down at the 34.
Well, breaking a tackle on first down helps.
Yep,
Yeah, sure
that
looks like
helped.
this guy's going to be involved in the offense today.
2nd and 4.
Yeah, they got 75 yards rushing, right? See that?
Yeah, it's whatever.
Lines up in the nickel. Johnson moves in motion.
Okay, you better catch this one or your ass is going to hit the bench here.
He's looking, gets the pass off. Behind him, and he has it. The 40. Grandma.
Well, it worked that time.
Yeah, well, it's amazing what difference it makes when your receiver that you throw the ball to catches it, right?
It's 1st and 10. He sees something in the defense. Throwing on first down. Gets rid of it, and he makes the grab.
Oh man, you had Johnson open over the middle there.
Yeah, that's okay. I was throwing it to the guy that I thought was the most likely going to be able to catch it.
The first down marker is just inside.
Because that's one thing that you don't want is a drop pass at this point.
Calling an audible. Gets the pass off. He hits his receiver. Burnett brings him down at the 43. Collins didn't have much room to do anything with that one.
Yeah, they had the coverage, and they made the sure play instead of trying something fancy, like going for the pick.
The first down marker is just inside the 40. Gaffney with a man in motion. On the move. A lot of room to work with. Can't bring him down. And he's knocked out of bounds at the 23-yard line.
Watch it here. This is a great call on 3rd down to keep this drive alive.
Well, so far so good. Knock on not wood.
Yeah, well, I got the matchup I was looking for there because that's one of the things you definitely look for when you do that motion, right? You're hoping that they pull a defender out of there.
Again with the carry. Grandma with the tackle at the 18-yard line. They went back to the run.
It's funny, that guy shot through the gap just like I thought he would, right?
The guy to hang on to the ball.
And this is the 7th play of this drive. Let's see what they can do in the red zone. So they're now inside the 20 and down by 3. Looks like he's calling an audible. Drops back with the throw. He hits his receiver. Diving tackle.
Will it be a first down? No.
No, of course not.
5 on 2nd down. 3rd and inches. Here's a look at the 3rd down success rate of each team.
3rd down is when you want your players to dig deep and make a clutch play. When you convert, it gives your defense a little extra rest, and it gives your offense a fresh set of downs to work with.
Tosses it out to the right on the carry.
Well, you made it.
Yep, I made it.
He puts his head down and powers his way to the first.
This is sometimes the game.
Yeah, that's absolutely what happened as he gets picked up and lifted off the ground and pushed backwards.
Yep, that's right. Okay, I'm going to try this because on the off chance that I manage to escape, I'll score a touchdown on this if I can get around the line, right?
Handed off to the back. Kirkland pulls him down at the 12.
The only problem is the fullback there didn't actually pick anybody up and block them, right?
Well, you know how it goes.
You know, if he'd actually thrown a block on that play, because I've seen that type of look before, right? And when you see that look like that, they may be crowding the line, but if you manage to get around them, there's nobody behind them anymore, right?
On the run. Big opening.
Well, now you'll get a touchdown.
Yep.
That was just a great job by the quarterback to get him the ball for the touchdown.
He outplayed the defender for the ball on that play.
They got to play their flat zones, man. That's one thing I always do.
They were playing it on the left, eh? That's why, because I usually, when I send the halfback out in motion to the left there, I'm usually going to try and throw it to him, right?
Yep.
But they definitely had somebody going out. But the thing is, though, they have a lot of weird defenses in the vanilla playbooks, too, where they'll really cover the hell out of one flat, but leave the other flat kind of open.
He kicks it off.
Well, that one's going to come down at about the 12.
From the 13.
And a broken tackle.
Boy, oh boy. We need to recruit some tackling defensive backs.
See, now you're feeling it, right? I've converted you over to my way of thinking.
Yeah, well, you know what? In that replay that I showed at the beginning of this episode, Fraser there, who I mentioned was one of the top 5 leading tacklers on the Lifers team, is also, you know, people may have noticed his number was number 50.
Yep.
Right? He was a converted linebacker who also ended up with 4 interceptions in that season, too. So he had a good season playing strong safety, right? And Simpson may not have been a converted linebacker, but he's a strong tackling safety, right?
Yep.
Who got 6 interceptions. And of course, that, you know, Grant Brown finished with 7 in the regular season. So between the 3 of them, those 3 defensive backs got more interceptions than the Crusaders did as a team.
Well, like I said, my defensive scheme doesn't lead to a lot of interceptions or a lot of turnovers in general.
Yeah. Time to make an adjustment or two.
Yeah, time to make an adjustment.
At least temporarily, because if I manage to have another drive like that last one and put some more points up,
they'll convert back to the pass.
Then they'll revert back to throwing passes. But for now, I think so long as this game is less than a touchdown, that you're going to see lots of running. And this defensive scheme is actually reasonably good against the pass too. So
they have 1st and 10 here. Only one man in the backfield. Butler goes in motion.
Runs to the right.
Tucks it away.
Well, he did.
Yeah, he tried to cut back, but you were there waiting for him.
That's an important part of this team's offense.
First down marker just inside the 43. Only one man back. Avery sends a man in motion.
Yeah.
Stop that.
Couldn't get out of the backfield.
That was just a defensive
Yeah,
line
that's
getting lower than the
that's not
offensive
going to
line.
go on too much
When the
longer
defensive guys
if you
up
keep
front
playing like
control the
that.
line of scrimmage, it makes it very
Yeah, you might have
difficult
noticed
to
I
work
do
the
have
ball
some
around.
packages in there that swap defensive back positions around a bit.
Yep.
And I did that in preparation for when Danny Jones rejoins the defensive secondary because, ooh, nice. Particularly because he's a bit of a weak tackler. On some of the defensive formations that I have where he's playing close to the line, I can swap him either with the free safety or the strong safety.
Oh, okay.
So that I can have like a hybrid linebacker guy playing closer to the line. And, like the guy who's not quite as good a tackler will be playing a little further back as a pass coverage guy, right?
Yep. Well, I got you back to 31.
Yeah.
That was a pretty good return.
Yes, it was.
Can't stop the return.
And we got about 2.5 minutes here. Well, and we're going to start with a dive play up the middle because they're playing that clever offset line shift one way and linebackers the other, right? Well, it is. It's actually, that's quite a difficult alignment to run against, right?
I personally actually prefer wide linebackers. I think it works better.
Well, even so, like shifting the line one way and the linebackers the other does provide a bit wider front, so it's harder to run around them, but they are still have, like a decent number of players to stop the run up the middle, right? Well, we'll line up to do this for a third time now.
Yeah, I'd actually say in that kind of situation, you want to run towards the line shift side.
With a man in motion.
Yeah, well, normally what I do when I see that alignment is unless I absolutely need to make a certain amount of yardage, is I'll just audible to a dive and try and get a yard or two.
Drops back, looking for a receiver with the pass, dives and brings him down.
Well, that's a good way to start.
Perfect position to make that pass.
Well,
The receiver showed great concentration looking that one right into his hand.
1 yard to go.
big guys against big guys. Look at this, eh?
I'd go the other way.
I'm not going to try and toss it around them now. I'm just going to go up the middle. I'm going to try from this side. And I'll run the clock down as far as I can, and if I don't make it, I'll just kick it down the field. See if I can pin them inside their 20.
You made it, and you got a 15-yard face mask penalty out of it.
Wow. Yay. That stops the clock, too.
But it also shorts you on the play clock here, so pick a play quick.
First and 10. Edwards goes in motion. On the carry.
I'm just fast enough to outrun that linebacker that shoots the gap there.
Yep.
Just over a minute still to go.
Ooh, okay.
With the throw, and he hits his target. Down he
Easy
goes.
throw to Johnson.
25. Nice call.
Yep, that doesn't get much easier than that.
And it gets you a decent number of yards, too.
Yes, it does. We still don't have all the time in the world, but
Calling an audible. Gaffney sends a man in motion. Throwing on first down. Throws on the move. And it's caught. And he steps
They actually tried to move the line back across to the other side after you did that.
Yeah. Yeah, it's funny how they react when all I'm doing is moving the halfback over for pass protection, right? Because they had the line shifted this way.
Yeah, but they didn't have enough time to complete it. You caught them mid-shift.
Yeah, but it wasn't really that I was concerned about. I was concerned about the way this, because quite often when you see a line shift like this end will just run around the tackle, right?
Yep.
And so that's what the halfback is there for, is to just slow this guy down so that I have... In this case, though, they shifted this way and then they dropped him off in a zone, which is kind of weird.
I think that was a result of the audible they called.
Maybe. But anyway, and then I saw that the wide receiver over here in the formation came open, so I was able to throw it to him and then get out of bounds.
It's 1st and 10.
Uh-oh.
When are you going to give up all those yards again?
Yeah, well, the thing is, I wasn't expecting them to come out playing a zone like that, right? Like to cover the flats like that. And so my halfback, who's supposed to be the outlet receiver, the guy that I get rid of the ball to if I'm in trouble, was covered.
Drops back. Gets rid of it.
That's not a surprise. Traylor sucks.
Yeah, that's not a surprise. I guess we're going to attempt to throw one more pass here, and then we're going to kick a field goal.
Yeah, if you can get just a little bit of yardage, that would be helpful.
Yeah.
Given the headwind and our crappy kicker.
Well, we got man coverage. We got double coverage on Bennett.
Even if he's double covered on the right there on Edwards?
Oh, no, I'm throwing this to Johnson for sure.
He's looking with the pass.
No, you're not.
Yeah, but it was the coverage matchup that I wanted, though, right?
Maybe that's what caused him to rush the throw a bit.
Cook heads out onto the field for the field goal attempt.
Oh, shit. I'm going to miss right.
Nope.
Oh, I guess I got a little help from the wind there, eh?
Yeah, well, it's blowing the opposite direction of where you shanked it to, right?
Yeah. Wow, that was a break. No, now I'm going to kick it out of bounds.
Nope. You don't have the power to kick it out of bounds. Oh, he missed it.
Yeah, he let it go, right? Oh, wow. I wish that had bounced back into the middle of the field. It would have served him right.
Yeah, they don't normally let those go either.
No. Again, no, it's like the AI has the advantage over us in that they can kind of see what's going to happen, you know? And if it's like they know that the bounce is going to go out of bounds, well then the returner can let it go, right?
The home team line up in a 5-receiver set this time.
Oh yeah.
What a collision. And again they get to the quarterback. The 4th time he's gone down.
I'd put Prevent out there again with 4 wide receivers.
It's now 3rd and long after the snap. With the pass. Incomplete.
Wow, we actually knocked down a pass.
Yep. Well, you had all the defenders in the world out there, right? You have to hope that they can make a play once in a while.
Very solid defensive effort to force the 3-and-out. Here's the kick.
You know, with the fact that they didn't line up in max protect there, I thought that was going to be a fake.
Yeah, really, eh? I thought that's what I thought too, but I guess they were just trying to punt it away before the clock ran out or something. I don't know. Anyway, I guess it's time for the halftime stretch.
Indeed.
You know what? I need to get a drink and settle my nerves here a little bit.
Ha! And we're back.
Yes.
We'll go back to the
And,
play on the field.
So anyway, for funny but weak defense like this, they've been playing surprisingly tough.
He got all of that one.
Or maybe it's just my lack of talent on the offense that,
You don't see
kind of holding me back a little.
Probably that. And now you're starting to second guess yourself too because of the drop passes that you've been having. I think you got to not think about it and just play your game, and then if they drop the passes, they drop the passes. There's just nothing you can do about it.
Changing the play now. Dropping back to pass on first down. Great pass. Grandma pulls him down.
Because there's always the chance that they won't drop the passes.
That one, his third reception of the game. Second and a deuce.
Well, we'll try a little bit of fullback run up the middle here.
Shield.
No, that's a face mask, so that's a first down.
Yep. I guess I'll take it either way.
The 5-yard variety.
I'll tell you, these face masks are getting so big, you can start off going for a jersey and end up with a handful of face masks.
And John is dissatisfied.
Yeah, well, you know what? I guess I'll take the yards any way I can get them.
Handed off to the back. Shepard with the stop at the 39-yard line. About 7 yards there.
There, that's why that particular play has been a staple in my playbooks forever, right? Because even with a crap team with a lousy offensive line and slow running backs, you can still make yards with it. Come on. Audible.
Drops back with the pass, and the pass is completed. We'll feel that one tomorrow.
Yeah, with how hard he just got
That looked kind of weird over there, but okay.
I don't even recognize his name. Is he like tight end 3?
Yeah, I think he's tight end 3.
The guy who will only stay for a season, sadly, because tight end 3 always retires.
That's right. Tight end 3 always retires after
Even
one.
if you're happy with his performance.
Yeah.
He'll pass on first down. Guns it over the middle.
He just always goes.
Thomas makes the stop at the 47. Not quite far enough to pick up the first down.
Yeah, and the guy calling the plays loves this kind of situation. Because on second and short, everything in the playbook
Well,
is an
now
option.
I'm playing that ball control, short passing type offense type of deal here. So I guess we'll do that for a while.
Rolling. And it's complete. Sanford makes the tackle.
Well, you're still marching down the field, so whatever way works.
Things are really slowing down for him right now. He's seeing the coverage and finding the open man with ease. He's really in some kind of rhythm out there.
Calling it audible.
Maybe Edwards in the slot?
Throws on the run.
Yep, that's who I'm going to look for. I'm going to look for the guy with the best hands.
He makes the catch.
Oh, well, that's not what I'm looking at. I was looking at the coverage there pre-snap, and I'm like, I think Edwards in the slot will be free.
This is the 8th
Well, it was
play.
man coverage, so I could have tried throwing it to, like the left guy or the middle guy too, but I know that they're running backs, whereas Edwards is actually a wide receiver,
I
right?
think what it is you and I just scan that play in an opposite direction. So I scan it right to left, and you scan it left to right.
That's right. I already kind of explained that a while ago, actually, that I do scan left to right on that play.
At the 31. That guy did a great
Just because
job
that's,
bringing the ball
I don't know why, it's just how,
It's how you look at it.
yeah, it's just how I look at it, I
Make
guess.
sure that they have him covered.
9th play of this drive. So they need about 3 here.
Wow, okay.
They've executed very well on 3rd down so far, and that's a big reason why they're ahead at the moment. They're coming with the blitz. Throwing.
Oh.
I'd have thrown the out, honestly.
Yeah, well.
For making a big play.
You're going to go for it now?
Well, I'm too far away to kick a field
That's true,
goal.
yep.
And I am too close really to punt, right? If I was at the 35 even, I would punt. But at this distance, I might as well.
You might as well throw your curls play out there.
No, now they audible as soon as I.
That's okay. You look at Williams in the slot on the right there.
Throwing on the run. And hits his target. Ooh, that one will leave a mark.
He got popped. I'll tell you one thing, he's going to feel that in the morning. This is just a great play to pick up the first down and keep the drive alive.
You know, in situations like that, it's not really any different because if I punt and roll it into the end zone, it's only like a 14-yard difference anyway, right?
Go with the run once again. Clark makes the tackle.
Well, at least the fullback blocked that guy.
They're going to keep testing this rushing defense.
The guy seems to get stronger every time he touches the ball.
9 yards to go. Gaffney sends a man in motion. Drops back, looking for a receiver with the throw. Throw behind the caught. He just unloaded on him.
Boom. Now that is what football is.
Oh, third down and 5. Okay.
Well, you make 5 yards and you got 5 yards to go.
Let's see what they can do in the red zone. They'll make this a 2-possession game if they get into the end zone on this drive. They're just inside the 20.
And they're playing a lot of guys up on the line.
Hoping to hit Bennett on the left there.
Yep.
With the pass,
just like that.
And he hits his target. Burnett makes the tackle at the 14-yard line.
See, I got the fullback by default in to block.
Yep.
But they only sent 4 anyways, so... and he looks like he might be blocking, but I actually gave him a pause before he continues his route out there. And I might change that at some point, because it doesn't really seem to do... See, this is the guy who's covering him.
Yep.
And instead of playing aggressively and coming down after him, he just sort of sits there. This is it's an experiment that I was working with to try to get aggressive man coverage to, you know, like chase kind of thing.
Yep.
14th play of this drive. They're inside the 15.
However, it doesn't seem to work.
Tola, the man in motion. Throwing on first down with the throw.
Wow, that did you see how far ahead of him that corner was?
Yeah, I think he really overran that route.
Yeah.
But under normal circumstances, if you hadn't been careful about how you were leading him when you threw that, that would have been an interception.
Yeah, I know. That's
They
why
try to run out in front of it to get those interceptions, so usually when they try that, I throw it behind him.
Yeah, well, that's what I was trying to do there, was lead it down and in. Like down and toward the left.
Yep.
Play to the right. Hand it off to the fullback.
Oh, and now they're just going to give you a good spot.
Yep, that's okay. I'll take it.
Turning and moving on that one. Nobody was going to keep him from scoring.
Cook comes in to attempt the point after. And it's up. The extra point attempt is good. And with that right there, they've now scored 17 unanswered points.
They just can't seem to stop.
Wow, that took 16 plays in almost 9 minutes.
70 yards and a lot of time was used to find the touchdown.
They really were effective in what they were doing. And you can eat up that much time and drive the ball that far down the field and end up with 6 points. It's really disheartening to the defense.
To the 20. Kansas City needs 2 scores to get back into this one. First and 10. giving some cushion on the outside. They're having no success running on first down.
That's why they're losing. You got to be able to get yards on first down.
Smith. Seymour with the stop at the 31.
He's looking pretty good running the ball.
Well, they're trying.
They've had a good day on the ground today.
They're still trying at it, too.
Yep.
They haven't given up at all.
They got started on it a little bit late, though, remember? Because they came out passing right away at first. And then they kind of changed things up after you sacked them like 3 or 4 times, right?
And John is still trying to move the ball on the ground.
This is a tough physical team that likes to run the ball in just about any situation. When you can run the ball consistently, it really wears down the interior line and helps to slow down those pass rushers.
But I think having those 6 guys clustered together in the middle like that, like what you had there even, I think that helps a lot.
Yeah, it's a little tougher against the run.
Yep.
Fires off the line faster and gets better leverage, is going to win those battles at the line.
Here's the punt. From the 36-yard line. Can't bring him down.
Oh, almost got you back to the 50 there.
Yeah, wow.
He's going to need to do better because he could take the next one all the way.
See, the return game is really starting to become a source of yardage for us.
Surprisingly enough, yeah.
Gaffney sends a man in motion. Johnson.
Well, I'm not going to get much on that just because of his lack of speed, but
Tried to move the ball on the ground.
I managed to get out there.
That is consistent and effective will help the offense dictate the pace of the game.
Well, some yards is better than no yards.
That's right. When you run the ball, you want to get some yards.
On the move. He hits his receiver. Grandma makes the tackle.
See, it's just like a long handoff there.
Yep.
Was able to escape the rush.
Well, basically, I'm just trying to get rid of the ball really, really fast on that play.
You've completed 5 consecutive passes.
Yay.
Now it's time for a drop, right?
Maybe.
Gaffney with a man in motion.
I haven't actually run this particular play yet.
Passing on first down. With the throw. Big opening. Perfect throw.
Easy for Shields.
Yep.
Towards the stop at the 18. They get another first down here.
Well, they're not doing anything fancy, but good old-fashioned drop back and pass, and it's working.
See that slow start in the first half and no drop passes again in the second half, right?
Yeah, I don't know what to tell you. But you know what, though? The more games we play like this, the better at catching our receivers will get, right?
Yep, that's true.
Drops back with the pass. This pass is incomplete. So he can't.
Well, that's going to happen once in a while.
Well, that's one of the drawbacks to throwing those particular passes to running backs, right? They just, you know, even a running back with decent hands is still not as good at catching the ball as a wide receiver would be, right?
He's looking, gets the pass on, and he drops the pass. He couldn't bring that pass in.
That's got to be a little disappointing.
Well, that was a pretty contested catch there, though. That guy didn't get drawn off the way you thought he was gonna, I think.
No.
Sixth play of this drive.
Well, you're still out of distance where you could throw the slant pass somewhat safely.
Third down conversions are usually a good barometer of how well your offense is playing.
Come on, get out there.
Is making big plays when they need them.
Drops back. He surveys the field with the pass, and this pass is complete.
Yeah, it's going to come up a little bit short, but oh well.
3 points is 3 points.
I guess so. I haven't kicked it yet, though. I've been a little shaky on the kicking here today.
Ah, you got it.
Yeah, I think I probably made this one.
And And it's on its way. No doubt about that one. What a shift in this one. 20 unanswered points for them.
They're just pouring it on. They're really starting to dominate.
Well, kicking field goals into the wind is good. The last quarter, we get the ball at our backs, or the wind at our backs, right?
Sends it sailing. From the 9-yard line to the 20. On their last drive, it was 3 plays and out, and now the offense moves out onto the field once again. It's 1st and 10. Tightening up the coverage along the outside. Smith, the deep man. Avery with a man in motion. He gets the catch.
Well, okay.
No, that's what happens, though, when you have that many players in the middle of the formation like that. When those offensive linemen do try to skip a block to get upfield, usually it's the guy they skip that can burst into the backfield and stop the play, right? That's what I've found.
Pressure rolling.
You know how the defensive end quite often will suddenly just stand up and run forward into the backfield and tackle the halfback unopposed?
Yep. Boy, they gave him a generous spot there.
Yeah, because 2 offensive linemen basically ignored him and ran right by him.
The quarterback lines up with 2 backs behind him.
There you go. That's the formation, right? You have 3 guys lined up, 1 right behind the other in the center of the formation.
Yeah.
Teams are set for the 4th quarter of play.
I suppose it's a better bias than the nickel stack on the weak side there.
Well, if you're going to stack them all in the same place, you might as well put them all in the middle of the field, because then that way at least they can, have a little less ground to cover, right?
The 40, Abraham with the stop at the 43-yard line. Gain of 9 on the play. 2nd and a deuce.
Ooh.
Excuse you. That's that root beer water.
Yep.
The home team line up in a 5.
I actually pancaked somebody with a
Did you?
linebacker.
A little
Wow.
too soon, and it missed the mark. The pass rush almost got to him.
I don't think he ever had a chance to set his feet. I'll tell you one thing. This defensive coach sure has his defensive lineman pumped up.
And this is the 5th play of this drive. Tightening up the coverage along the outside.
Ooh, crossed over there with the linebacker.
Didn't help with us, though. We couldn't get there fast enough.
Yeah. Well, he still threw. That was a pretty short pass, right?
Part of that is because he makes a lot of passes like these. They're almost like long handoffs.
And this is the 6th play of this drive. Ball at about midfield.
Ooh, he's still below 50%.
The backs are lined up in an eye. Again, he'll get the call. Flips the tackle. Seymour makes the tackle at the 41-yard line. He had a chance to stop him, but he was able to shake off the tackle.
Well, your safeties are racking up the tackles in this game, though.
On each run, if you can break 1 tackle, it can lead to some good yardage.
They line up in the I formation. Going to the left.
Oh, come on!
Well, he just couldn't find the animation. It's like, have I got a tackle animation? No. Have I got a tackle animation now? No. How about now?
So they need about 3 here. Out of the gun. Rolls right. It's rid of
I was watching some pretty funny stuff on Ryan Moody's been releasing lots of stuff since since Madden 26 was released this week, right?
Oh, yeah.
And in one replay, he shows a user throws a long bomb down the field. I don't know. I think it was actually 2 people playing against each other. But one guy throws a long bomb down the field, and the receiver is actually running behind the coverage guy. You know how that happens?
Yep.
Where the coverage guy is between the receiver and the goal line.
Yep.
And the ball goes over the receiver's head, and the coverage guy catches it for an interception. The receiver doesn't even put his hands up to try and catch the ball.
Jeez.
And then the next replay was exactly the reverse of that, where the coverage guy does nothing, and the receiver actually jumps up and does a pirouette catch. You know how he turned, like he jumps and turns 180 degrees in the air?
Yeah, yep.
Catches the ball and then continues that turn like he does like a 360 pirouette.
Wow.
While the defender just kind of runs along with his hands at his sides and does nothing.
Yep.
So what that is that like he was trying to point out is that has nothing whatsoever to do with player skill. That is just whether or not the particular animation played, right?
Yep.
From the 6-yard line to the 20.
Well, I got scored on there, but I got you out to the 34. Oh,
Okay.
excuse you, root beer water.
Root beer water forever. Oh my.
They come out in the nickel. Looks like he's changing the play.
I guess we're going to audible to this.
With the pass, incomplete. The quarterback thought he had that one.
You got to deliver the ball out there quickly, but it has to be catchable.
Actually, I think that was a drop, John. I think that was a drop, and then the guy dove in and knocked it away after.
Yeah, well. Okay, why didn't that work?
Surveying the field. On the run.
Oh, come on, Hutchinson.
Run over by a truck.
Well, that's okay.
Can't you be a little bit bigger and stronger?
He is up to total.
Well, you know what? That is one of the reasons why I throw those to the tight ends like that. But on this team, I guess a tight end can get bullied by a cornerback, right?
Looking for Clay in the middle there?
Nope.
Looking for...
Downfield, throwing left.
I think Clay in the middle there.
The tackle at the 42.
The thing is, though, I didn't like the way that linebacker in the middle was standing, and I think he was covering that. See that? Right there? And then this guy rolling in.
Ah, well. I guess your outside guy, maybe. I don't know.
I probably should have thrown it to the out guy, but it looked to me like they were going with like one of those one deep things. Where
with the safety coming down to play the flat zone.
Yeah. And I wasn't, like, that's not something that you expect to see from this type of look, right? You know what I mean?
Yep.
And we go back to the game.
And I did manage to complete the pass, although I was a little bit short on the first down,
So
right?
3 and out, and they'll line up to punt.
But that's okay. We'll kick it away again. You probably won't let them score again.
Hey, don't get cocky.
This one is shallow and short. They were able to move the ball very effectively on that last drive, particularly on the ground, and came away with a touchdown. Let's see if they have similar success this time. So they have first and 10 here. They'll go from the I formation. Smith. Odom records the tackle.
See, if your 4-3 is compatible with that nickel alignment, maybe you could try putting the 4-3 out there and then audible into
Well, it
that
is
nickel.
compatible, actually, but...
because then maybe you'd have bigger players out there that offensive line would have a little more trouble moving around too, right?
I'm not so sure about that myself.
Closing in with the throw. Perfect throw. Seymour makes the tackle at the 40. Can't draw it up any better than that. Quick first down. It's first and 10. Smith lines up behind his fullback in the I.
Oh, jumps over a tackle.
Tackle at the 49-yard line.
I'll tell you, this defense is getting run over.
Ball at about midfield.
Ooh. Well, I think they're looking to pass now.
With the pass behind him, and he has it.
You know, I don't know about that one. That guy was facing the line of scrimmage there, and he saw the ball coming in.
Well, like I said, to a certain extent, you're at the mercy of whether or not the game is going to select the right animation for you, right?
First and 10.
Yeah, well, also, I guess, too, it depends on what they consider single versus double coverage, because you have the deep zone on that side, but they don't consider it double coverage unless the guy runs a little deeper.
Goes in motion. He'll get it again. Loses the defender. Number 51 makes the tackle at the 31.
The offensive line is totally dominating, and the back has great vision today.
Well, there's nothing I can do about it, though, when they put 4 receivers on the line all the time.
Under pressure, gets the pass off. He hits his receiver. He's at the 20. Abraham makes the tackle. The 11. Good connection there.
This guy has great confidence in his arm. He knows that he can make the completion regardless of the coverage.
Only one man back. It's the toss to the right. Ball drags the
Well, that's okay. They'll run a toss play and lose some yards.
That play wasn't going
Yeah.
anywhere except backwards.
Well, at least that guy made the tackle that time.
Just go down because he's trying to make something happen that's not going to happen, and they end up losing a bunch of yards.
Only one man in the backfield. Throws it. Pass ball's incomplete. Read it perfectly with single coverage, but the ball was tipped away. And this is the 9th play of this drive. The defense is going to play this one very tight. Avery looking to pass. Lines up with 5 wide receivers. Dropping back. Pressure. Throwing. This pass is incomplete.
Well, force them to kick a field goal.
But they will score again.
You also got to give a lot of credit to the guys up front. They were outnumbered on the line, and they still put on a good pass rush, forcing him to throw before he wanted to.
Oh, excuse you, more root beer water.
And
Yep.
it's up. And so that kick is good. That field goal is his second of the day. The home team.
Well, gotta admit, we've been in some close games this season.
It's on its way. From the 14. They forced a 3-and-out on the last series.
Yeah, we're definitely going to need you to score again here, I think. Because you can't eat up 6 minutes off the clock.
Well, I can in theory, but what that usually results in is me eventually scoring anyway, right? What I really need is for somebody here to catch a pass and not drop it.
Throwing on first down. Looking for an option. Throws on the move. Number 53 brings him down at the 34-yard line. Hutchinson beat the coverage on
Well, that'll be
Hands like that are hard to
their
find.
weak defense showing through there.
Like he's a keeper.
Yep, I got away with one there, but that's okay. They've gotten away with their fair share too.
Calling an audible now. With the throw, and it's complete. Burnett stops him dead at the 38-yard line. Gaffney, that pickup will
If
be
only it
about
were
4
5
yards.
yards, Cipe.
Yeah. Well, they've been really jumping on those guys, right? You know, as soon as they catch those little short passes like that, they're all over them, right?
Well, they might be able to hit Hutchinson or Clay.
Drops back, surveying the field. He finds his man.
I think Clay actually got jammed there and then still came away. I guess it's hard to jam someone who's only running a 4-yard curl.
Great job of holding.
Well, actually, that wasn't even his coverage guy. See, he's playing a flat, right? This guy. But you'll see that sometimes is that they'll give that receiver in the slot a little bit of a bump.
Yep.
So let's pick up the action.
Okay, well, let's see how they start off this series.
First and 10.
More of the same, by the looks of it.
Dropping back with the throw.
Oh,
This pass is incomplete. Sanford whacks him, causing the incomplete.
There's not much you can do
There are
about
plenty of
that.
guys in the league who take pride in making hits like that, especially when it causes an incompletion.
The home team come out in a nickel package. Gaffney sends a man in motion. Looking for a receiver. Throws it. And this pass is completed. And he goes out at the 44-yard line. Another
Wow, that was
Hutchinson
a
got it there for you, but you still need...
garbage. That was a garbage spot, too. Wow.
About 2 to go as they get ready for this third
Man,
down.
oh man, I have to do everything twice,
How they've
right?
done today.
Third down conversions.
No, maybe you can throw the... Yeah, exactly. You haven't done this in a while.
You keep 3 things. You keep your drive going. You keep their defense on the field.
A good thing you did it, too.
Yeah.
She took a hit there.
They move the sticks for that completion.
I'll tell you, he put that one right on the money. They're just out there playing a little pitch and catch.
7th play of this drive. Directing traffic. Throwing on first down. With the pass, and he had it and lost it.
We're going to have to put formations on that don't have fullbacks, I guess.
8th play of this drive.
If he can't catch, we'll just have to take him out of the game.
No, maybe you can hit Johnson here.
Throws it, and he hits his target. Thomas records the tackle.
And now you can still throw one of those short curls for a
Third down, 2 to go.
first down. And you're in field goal range.
Consistent success on third down, which they've had, usually translates into a win.
With the pass, and he makes the grab. So they're able to pick up another first
Well,
down.
I'm not even going to pretend now.
They're making the right calls at the right time.
I'm just going to make sure I have players on the field who can catch when I have to audible to a pass. But at least I can let this run down to 2 minutes. I don't actually have to run this play.
And we've reached the 2-minute mark. The defense lines up in the nickel. Johnson.
Yeah.
Nice. And a touchdown, too. Look at that.
I don't think they were expecting that.
On that one, gave him a big hole.
Yeah, that's nice. The pulling left guard there. You see that? Boom. That was the pulling left guard all the way that got that. Right?
Yeah, that wasn't even a section.
Nope.
You just stayed behind him.
I just stayed behind him, yeah. And it's hard to be patient like that, right? Because you know that somebody's going to beat their block there, right? You know, like it would have been easy to panic and hit the speed burst button and try and run around that guy.
Back to the field.
But I just was patient and I held on and I hoped that that guy would actually throw a block. I wasn't actually expecting him to pancake that guy, but
He did throw a block for you.
he did get the block in, and the fact that he was able to knock that player down and take him right out of the play is just a bonus, right? That's what turned it into a touchdown instead of like a 3 or 4 yard gain, right?
Nice kick. Plenty of distance. From the 4-yard line. The offense ready to go again after
Well,
the last
now
possession.
we should be able to hang in there. I think that touchdown put it away, I think.
1st and 10.
Probably, yep.
Some cushion on the outside. Avery scans the defense from the gun.
And they're not going to harass you on the ground like they were all game long here either so much, right?
And he's ridden out.
They're going to be passing more, I think, because they don't have time to grind it out on the ground anymore.
Passes that are sure first down.
Avery sends a man in motion. He sees something in the defense. Throwing on first down. Pressure coming. Almost picked off. And that brings up second down. They're trying to spread out the defense with 5.
Oh, there's another sack.
Great play in the backfield. Calling an audible.
No, and then now they're going to call a timeout after that.
Yep. Well, they have no choice if they want to try and come back. Because while it's unlikely, it is still possible that they could come back from this.
Closing in. Rolling. Looks like he might have had another.
Yeah, that was out of bounds.
Yep, that was out of bounds. And now they're going to go on fourth down.
Fifth play of this drive. The corners playing off a bit. Directing traffic. Difficult situation here, but not much else they can do but go for it. Dropping back. Under pressure. Guns it over the middle.
Well, didn't quite make it.
Well, now it's in your hands.
Oh, I think I'm just going to run the ball 3 times.
Sometimes high risk equals high reward.
Well, that guy did get 4 catches for 68 yards, so he didn't have a terrible game.
This one is handed off. Ooh, that one will leave a mark.
He got popped. I'll tell you one thing, he's going to feel
That's their second last timeout. They got one left.
Yep, they got one left.
They'll have to get the ball
That's okay, I'm not throwing another pass today.
Solo. He's brought down behind the line for a short loss. Third down and long coming up here.
Yeah, I don't run out of that particular formation all that often, but I do have a couple of run plays in it.
Yep.
And it just seemed like, well, you know what? I haven't tried this yet this game. Maybe now would be a good time to do that, right? And as it turned out, it was a good time to do that.
Well, it got you that touchdown.
Yeah. See, when I designed that run play, though, it was because I figured, you know what, having 3 tight ends on one side like that would be pretty powerful with all the blocking and everything, but then I noticed that defenses just basically play man lock and stack everybody on that side anyway, right?
Yep.
And of course, toward the other side with no tight end on that side, the run blocking is just trash, so, I don't really use that play very much.
Very shallow punt.
But if you manage to catch them in a zone defense every now and then,
you can run out of it.
You can run that play and have a little success at it, right?
So we have first and 10 here.
But there, all I was trying to do is get them to use the rest of their timeouts up, and
Rolling. Room to run. Turns. He has it. Love pulls him down at the 22.
What they're doing here is keeping the defense from huddling up. It keeps the same defense on the field.
Spike stops the clock.
nope, they're going to keep trying right to the bitter end, eh?
Yep.
It's second down and 10 to go. The corners are backing off. Hackett goes in motion. Calling an audible. Dropping back. Pressure. Throws it. And the catch is made. Fisher with the tackle at the 20.
That was a hot potato pass there because you got in there really, really fast. He was just getting rid of that as fast as he could.
Pressure coming. It's
Oh, damn halfback.
Yep.
Fifth play of this drive. They'll play things tighter on the outside. Avery goes to work with an empty backfield. Dropping back, closing in.
Oh, sacks him on fourth down. Wow.
And turnover on downs.
Yep.
It's your last shot. You're going for it. At least throw it up there and give your guy a shot. A sack is definitely
Well, you know what?
what you're looking for here.
We're outside the 20, so I think I'm just going to take a knee here.
Yeah, it won't hurt your percentages any.
He'll take a knee.
We'll run the clock out, and we'll pick up the win. Yay! I wonder how long we can go undefeated.
Hey, don't jinx it, man.
Do you
Knock on not wood wood.
Do you think we'd be able to beat the zombies?
I don't know.
Because we have to play them twice.
Well, let's just hope that we get some good stat increases the next time we get progression.
Yeah.
Particularly catching on the offense side.
Yeah, because we haven't played them yet. So, you know, like, we've got 2 games coming up against them at some point in the season. Well, let's see how we did. Managed 51 yards on the ground. They ran for 156 yards. Wow.
Yeah, but it doesn't result in points, right?
No, it doesn't. Well, it doesn't result in enough points, right? You know, like they got a few and they keep the score down, and
they probably had more time of possession than us.
I don't know. I had the one drive there that was like 9 minutes, right? But anyway, yeah, the time of possession was pretty close to equal. And there's Gaffney with his 97 quarterback rating. Completed 75% of my passes with 1 touchdown.
I'm surprised his rating ain't higher.
Yeah, well, the average, look at the average per pass, though, right? Like, most of the passes I was throwing were like little dinky 4 and 5 yard passes, right?
Well, it is what it is.
I don't think I was able to complete more than 1. You know, like that 22-yard pass, that's probably the only one over 20 yards that I completed, right?
Yep.
And there's Johnson with 13 carries for 46 yards, and nobody else really did anything very significant on the ground. Yeah, Bennett. Yeah, I had 1 pass over 20 yards. And then Rob Williams, whoever the hell he is, caught 1 for 19.
Yeah, I think we have Rob Williams and Ron Williams on the team.
Oh, yeah?
So they print the full name on the back of the jersey, eh?
Yeah. Yeah, and Willie Hutchinson, the tight end, caught the touchdown pass. And Drew Shields with his 1 catch for 22 yards.
And no drops.
And no drops. And Rotolo, the fullback, dropped 2, and Hutchinson also dropped 2. Johnson dropped 1, and Barry Traylor dropped 1. So we had 6 drop passes in this game, too.
Yeah, but Traylor sucks, so, you know.
Yeah.
You kind of had to expect that one. And Rotolo sucks.
Yeah. And Freeborg with 9 tackles and 6 sacks. Wow. See, you had Floyd there. You had Seymour with 8 tackles. You had Abram with 5. So your safeties were kind of cleaning things up and keeping them under control for you today. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. You got 7 tackles for a loss. But I know on several of those run plays, it was a safety. One of the other of the safeties making the tackle, and he was like the last man back.
Well, that's how those formations are designed, right? They're designed so that the safeties are going to be in those positions in order to make those tackles.
Yeah. And you got no interceptions, which is not too terribly surprising.
Although a guy did get hit in the hands with it.
Yeah, you did have 6 pass deflections. So, all in all, I guess, and you managed to, I managed to get a 34.2 average for punting, which isn't bad. 3 inside the 20 punts. And you got 32 yards. So, yeah, it was actually, and your average is 10.6 per return. So, yeah, you were right. That was a source of yardage for us. So anyway, I don't know who the player of the game is. Maybe Freeborg.
Maybe.
Yep. Yeah, I figured that. Because the quarterbacking in this game has been a little bit lackluster. But the
sacking in this game.
The left outside linebacker play has been stellar. So anyway, I guess Magicians stay undefeated for one more week.
Indeed.
And so I guess stay tuned to find out if we continue this streak. I mean, the way that these games have been going, I can see ourselves losing a game or two this season.
Well, it's important for us to keep up playing well so that we can get those progression points, right? We're going to basically have to rely on progression points to overcome the sliders.
Yeah. Well, so far, I'm pretty confident that we're going to be a playoff team. The only question is where in the seeding we're going to finish up, I think.
Yep.
But yeah, we do have to play the Zombies twice, so there's a distinct possibility, I think, that we don't win our division, but we end up being a wild card team.
Maybe.
On the strength of our record, right?
Well, we'll have to see.
Because I'm pretty sure that we can probably manage an 11 or 12 win season for sure, the way that things have been going so far. Anyway, I guess we'll find out. Until next time.
I'm RecV5.
And I am Sandman99.
Have a good one.